What is up, Average Gang? It is your boy Chris back at it again with another video. And before we start this video, I want to give a quick shout out to my homie Monkey Milk. Get him to, I want to say, about 300 subs because he's really grinding. He's working harder than me right now. But anyways, today I'm going to be talking about Iron Man, aka Tony Stark, aka the Playboy, aka the billionaire, and see what he really is as a character to me. So let's get started.
And here we go.
Tony Stark, the Playboy billionaire who sacrificed his whole life for his family / teammates, is the definition of someone changing for the good. Making weapons to make even more money than he ever had. Him and his friend Rhodey became the most powerful men in Manhattan. Ever since Tony escaped being held hostage, he became a different man, making a suit to protect Manhattan. Tony, with his personality and mood switches, make him a very interesting character actually. Being extroverted, he really loves attention. He wants attention in any possible way that he can think of as a person. His motto is invent, reinvent, invent again. He couldn't be satisfied with how the world stays the same. He always plans for the future. Like when Scarlet Witch showed Tony a vision about the comrades that he really truly cares about, showing them beat up or even killed. Very bad.
Eyes on the prize.
With this, Tony built a lot of suits to prepare for the day that happens. When Doctor Strange announced that there's other possibilities that can end, that Tony dedicated his whole life and made a secret to sacrifice himself in Endgame. Tony's turbulent personality trait is really what makes him who he is, and is the biggest driver along the path that took him from self-indulgent playboy businessman to an actual self-sacrificing superhero. Here are just a few of the sources of his turbulent personality. Latin guilt over being born so privileged. Okay, so kids that are rich and kids that are not rich both have different things going on to them. Being rich is kind of bad and good. You have a lot of power and money, but the media is some people will threaten you and they will try to expose you in any way they can. Being a non-rich kid is the fact that you don't have as much money as the rich and wealthy, and you don't have that much exposure. Say for instance, a lot of people hate Jaden Smith because his dad is Will Smith, but if you sit down and actually look what Jaden Smith is trying to do to this world, he's actually a good person. I just had to put that out there because some rich kids, famous or not, are actually trying to do something good to this world. So yeah, attack on this convoy in Afghanistan and him being captured and injured, a wound that would have killed him by literally tearing his heart, finding out his company was selling weapons to terrorists behind his back, having the device that keeps him alive starts to kill him, finding out that the man who actually killed his parents was Captain America's best friend, Bucky Barnes. All the deaths that he thinks he is responsible for, and since he is a commander, that's a lot. This includes, but is not limited to, these people killed by his company's weapons. The people who killed in his convoy, damage and lives lost in the Battle of Manhattan and the destruction caused to Sokovia. And to start the next Avenger movie off, we'll get to watch him torture himself over all the deaths he could not prevent at the end of the Infinity War. The turbulent personality trait in Tony's case, in this case, drives him hard to make amends for which he feels responsible for. It drove him to take up being a superhero in the first place. It drives his initiatives to bring clean energy to the world and to provide scholarships and seed money to aspiring young inventors and students. And ultimately, it drives him to make up leadership of the Avengers. Listen, for everybody, rich or not rich at all, you can change no matter what outcome, what situation you are in. And you should always make a sacrifice in your life no matter what, and always stay humble. Because sometimes you can't tell people what your plan is at sometimes. Like, say, if you want to grind hard for something, just do it in silence, because one day it's going to be worth it no matter what you do. So rest in peace to the man of sacrifice, Tony Stark, Iron Man.